Alright, welcome back to the Crabby Dice. Today we're going to be looking at Glass Road. So this is going to be the review and playthrough video. Click on the link below for the setup and rules breakdown. So this is a sort of lighter weight Uwe Rosenberg game. The theme is we're going to actually be putting a ton of effort to make glass in a sort of way. Alright, what we're actually going to be doing is moving our production wheel, getting goods, building buildings in our tab below, building terrain and all that stuff. It's pretty good. So 3 things before we start. Please like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. That'd be fantastic. Let's go. Alright, quick review time here for Glass Road. So when this game came out, I absolutely loved it, but it seems like the more I played, the more cracks I see in the gameplay. It's almost like every single good thing about the game also has a negative aspect to it. But before we get to those, I want to just touch on 2 great things that don't have any negative points to them. First one being the production value, graphic design, art, all really good. Everything's super thick cardboard. Graphic design makes everything super easy to understand. The iconography is great. The production value of the production wheel is fantastic as well. So that's that. Second great thing I love is the production wheel. There's a lot of meaty decisions to be made around this wheel. This is by far the best mechanism in the game. The whole conversion of goods automatically, you don't have to waste actions to do it, but it leads to some amazing decisions. For example, if you need food to gain glass, well, yeah, then you gain food, but you gain glass, but then you lose one of every other type of resource, or more than one, depending on how many times you switch the dial. But then you wanted to do something with that wood, but now you just lost 2 wood that you used to get glass. So lots of meaty decisions here, lots to think about. It's not as simple as it seems. All right, so that's a great mechanism. All right, now some good and bad things. First thing I'm going to mention are the buildings. All right, you get a ton of different buildings and variety in the game, all right, which is great. The problem is it's sort of a mixed bag which ones are going to come out and if they're going to fit your strategy. Okay, there's no way around it. You sort of have to play more tactful than strategic as you play when these buildings are coming out. You know, sometimes you can play and the perfect building comes out and you buy it and it makes you feel great, but other times you're like, okay, where's that building that I bought last time that made me gain points in this way? It's not going to come out. So you sort of have to go with the flow when the buildings are coming out. But you know, there's a ton of variety. I think in 3 players you're only seeing 1/3 of the different buildings per stack, so that's great variety. Alright, another sort of good and bad thing is the time length. So the game's really fast, which is great. Who doesn't want to play an Uwe Rosenberg game in under an hour? The problem is, you don't get much done. The game's only 4 rounds. You get to play 12 cards. You'll get some extra actions when you match. Yeah, depending on the player count, so on and so on. But, you know, it's still fast. You don't get a lot of actions done. You're only going to build between 5 and, let's say, 8 buildings, again, depending on the player count. So it leads to some very similar scores. Everyone's going to be between 20 and 25 points. Usually 25 is a winning score most of the time. So there's that, all right? So even though it's really fast, everyone's going to be clustered. You don't get much done. You sort of want the game to go on a bit longer. Now, that being said, there's a 5-turn variant, which I never tried. Maybe somebody can write in the comments below if they tried it, if it makes the game better or not. I'm not sure, but there's that. Okay, the last thing I'm just going to mention is the card play. I love this card play. The whole second guessing what other people are going to try to do so that you can get some free actions is just wonderful. Sometimes it's easy to pick the cards because somebody has like 6 lakes and you know, obviously know he's going to pick the pond guy because he's going to want to get some food or some water, so it's an easy choice. But most of the time you're not going to know what everyone's going to take, so you're going to pour through your 15 cards and it's going to be an agonizing decision, which card should I take. So that phase of the game is going to, you know, take a while. So again, some negative parts. It can lead to some insane AP. I know some people, they're just pouring over these cards and just going through them and taking a while to choose their 5 cards, you know. But after you play 5, 6, you know, 10 times, you know, you can just choose your 5 cards in like 30 seconds and you're ready to go. That's how I like to play. It goes much faster. Dragging the game on is going to make it feel slow. All right, so don't make it drag. All right, that being said though, one other negative is I feel like because it happened to me once, it's probably not going to happen again, but it can feel like if you're never matching with other players and they're matching with your cards, it can almost feel like it's an uphill battle and you're not going to win. It's guaranteed you're not going to win because you're not getting as many actions as everyone else. All right, just for example, if everyone matches my cards, I'm only getting 3 actions because it's 1 action per card. But everyone else, if just having 2 cards that are not matched is like 4 actions, right? And then they have a couple more that they match, and then they're getting 6, 7, 8 actions. So you sort of really need to plan and pick cards that you think other people are going to play, and you play cards that you think nobody else is going to play. So there's this sort of a guessing game there. So that leads to some great decision space too, so it's not all bad. I really love the decision space of trying to figure out what everyone else is going to play. It reminds me a bit of Broom Service before Broom Service, but Broom Service is more of a push your luck because you're sort of gauging if you want to play Strong Witch, whatever. But it's still a great mechanism and I love it, and it's good. So that's it. That's my overall thoughts on the game. It's pretty good. On 6, I'll give it a 4 on 6. Highly recommend it. My playthrough's coming up. Hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to my channel. We'll see you next time. Alright, welcome to the Glass Road playthrough. So, this is going to be a 3-player game. I'm going to be red, playing against green and yellow. Just a general warning before we start this playthrough. I'm going to play it a bit loose. It's really hard to play a 3-player game, especially this game where you have to select 5 cards out of 15. It's a lot of choices, so I'm going to be playing very random for the other 2 players, and I'll just show you what's happening. I also didn't want to play the solo mode because I want to show you the sort of interaction between the players' cards as they play. Alright, so if you've never played before, like usual, just follow along. I'm going to teach you my strategies as I go, and I'll try to speed it up near the end of the game, but this is a very short game anyway, so I don't think it'll take much time. Alright, so what you do at the start of every single round, you take all 15 of your cards. Alright, you have 15 cards, and you're going to go through them and pick the 5 action cards you want to take into the sort of the next or play phase. Alright, so this is like a preparation phase, and then you go into like the actual card play phase. So I've already done that, and I think I'm going to take these 5. Alright, I'll show you my strategy later as I go. But let's just say I picked these 5. Alright, so for the other players, what I'm going to do is for green, I already picked this 5. So he's going to play with these 5 over here. Alright, and for yellow is going to be complete random. Alright, we're just going to play with him. He's going to be an extra player. We're just going to take 5 cards off the top of the deck. Doesn't really matter what it is. He's going to be random. So what we're going to do with him is we're just going to flip the top card every single time. But off screen, I'm going to show you all the cards because I sort of need to know what they are. Alright, so the way this works, very simple. We all have 5 cards in our hand. Alright. You're going to end up playing only 3 cards this round. And the way this works is everyone's going to play 1 card face down. So let me pick which card I want to start off with. I think I want to clear some of this forest in my way to start off the game. So I think I'm going to play this card. Alright, so just an example, I'm going to play this face down. Green's going to also play a card face down. So let me pick the card that he wanted to play. Where's that card? Just 1 second. There you go. So he's going to play a card face down. Sorry for the glare. And then yellow, again, playing random, is also going to play a card face down. Alright, now starting with the first player, I'm going to reveal my card. Now, before I do the action on a card, by the way, I forgot to teach you the, the point of these cards. These are your action cards. Alright, on the cards at the bottom, it'll show you the actions you could take, and there's 2 different actions you can take. Now, the sort of gist of the game is if you're able to play a card and nobody else has that card in your hand, you're actually going to do both actions. Alright, so I played this card. We're going to look at both other players' hands and see if anyone else played this card. So I'm going to go look at green's hand right here. He did play that card. Alright, so already he's going to show the card. Alright, and let's look if yellow played that card too. And they did not play that card. Alright. Now, you don't look at the cards that are face down. You only look at the cards in his hand. So you could have played that card face down by chance, and then you'd both get the bonus if the other player didn't play that card. Alright, so because we both played that card, alright, we're only going to pick one of the 2 actions. Alright, that's the game. If nobody would have played this card, then I would have done both. Alright, so I get to go first because we always do this in turn order. So I get rid of a forest. I'm either going to gain 2 charcoal or 2 food. I think I do want to end up building something this round, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to gain 2 charcoal. So what I'm going to do is get rid of one of my forests on my board. I mean, I don't really have a strategy right now. I'll just get rid of this one. Alright, so I get rid of a forest and then gain 2 charcoal. So I'm going to gain 2 charcoal. Now in this game, whenever the 0 space is empty, you're going to rotate the wheel. And just like that, all my resources on the right of this section here got reduced by 1, but I gained a brick. Alright, so that's how you gain some of these rarer resources here. So you have glass and you have brick. Alright, so for glass you need all of these things to sort of go up, and for brick you only need 3. Alright, after I play the card, I can just add this back to my sort of hand, leave it face up just to keep track of how many cards you've played. And then green's going to do the exact same thing, but for him, he's going to slot it beside his board over here because this is one of the cards that he sort of matched with. So he's going to do the exact same thing. He's going to get rid of this, let's just say. And he's going to gain, again, 2 charcoal. And he's going to gain a brick. Alright, there you go. So that was my action. Now we're going to go to green, who's going to show his card. Boom. Did anyone play this card? Did anyone have this card? So I'm going to look at my hand. I didn't have that card. Let's look at yellow's hand. Yellow didn't have that card, so he gets to activate both bonuses because he's the only one to play this card. So this one is pay 1 water. Alright, so he's going to pay 1 water. And then he's going to get 1 charcoal for each card in his hand, which is 4. So he's going to get 4 charcoal, which is huge. Alright. And then he's also going to get 2 wood. Alright, and then he gets to discard this card. Alright, and then we finally go to yellow. Yellow's going to play completely random, flip over his card, and he has the Feudal Lord. So that's a very special card. I'll teach you what it does in a couple seconds because I also played that card. So I have the Feudal Lord in my hand. So now let's look at, did green play the Feudal Lord also? No, green did not have the Feudal Lord in his hand. So we get to pick one of the 2 actions because obviously we matched up here. So the top action here lets you draw 1 of each building type and put it into your personal supply, so only you can build those buildings. And the bottom is just getting a clay and a wood. So I think both of us are going to go for the buildings, but he goes first because he's the one who played the card. So he's going to take this card, sort of discard it. He's going to take 1 of each of the 3 types, put it next to his board. I'll put it down here so I can see what they are. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now, because I matched, I'm going to slot it here on the right hand side of my board. So you're only allowed to match 2 times. After that, you have to play only in turn order. So I'm going to draw 1 of each of these types and put them down here. Lots of bricks, and I need a brick. So I think I'm going to need a lot of bricks this game. Alright, so what's next? Alright, so there you go. We all played 1 card. And it's that simple. Now we go to round 2, sort of your second card, not really round 2. So I get to go again. So first everyone puts their card face down. I think I'm going to play my carpenters. So if I'm lucky, actually, do I have enough resources? So I only have a brick. If I wanted to build a building, could I build anything? No, this needs clay, this needs clay, this needs clay. I have no clay. So this needs clay, this needs clay, this needs clay. Almost everything needs clay at this moment. Alright, besides this one, which needs glass. I can actually build this one, but these are endgame scoring buildings. These are immediate buildings, and these are production buildings that you can activate over and over again. You sort of want a couple of these production buildings to sort of start an engine or something. So I don't really want to build. I think I need clay first. So I have a couple of options. I could actually go here and get some clay. So this lets me put out a sand and get a clay. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play this card face down. Let me pick for the other players. Let's see, what card does he want to play face down? I think green's going to play this card face down. And yellow, playing totally random, is going to play this card face down. Alright, so there you go. Everyone played their card. We're going to reveal just like we did for the first card. So I'm going to go first because I'm first player. I'm going to reveal the Pit Worker. Did anyone else play the Pit Worker? Green did not. And yellow did not. Alright, cool. So nobody played the Pit Worker, so I get to do both abilities. Alright, so I'm going to do the top one first, which allows me to add a pit and get a clay. So let me get a clay. Again, this rotates again. So it kind of sucks because I actually wanted some clay resources to build a building because now I'm using my clay to build bricks. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I gained my clay, but I get to put out my my sand pit. So I get to put it anywhere on my board. I think I'll just put it down here. Alright. Alright, next I can gain sand per sand pit I have, so that would be 3. Or I can get a clay for every sand pit I get, which would be 3. So I can either get 3 sand, 1, 2, 3, which would create me one glass, but I would lose 1 of every other resource, or I can get 3 clay. And I think I'm going to take the 3 clay because most of these buildings all need clay to be built. So I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3 clay. Alright, and then I discard this card. We're going to go to green, sort of same process. He's going to flip over, and he has the supplier. Did I play the supplier? I did not. Did yellow play the supplier? He did play the supplier. He's playing totally random, so he played the supplier. So the supplier lets you take 2 of any good or build a building. Green's gonna look around and see if he can even build any of the buildings. I mean, he can go for this building and take it before anyone else can, and it's a pretty good building because it can create a lot of clay for you pretty easily. So I think that's what he's gonna do. He's actually gonna use this card to build that building on his board. So he's gonna discard this. He's gonna take this building because it is free, nothing there, but it is 0 points too, and he's gonna build it. Now these production buildings, basically at any point, he can use 1 water and 1 sand to gain 3 clay, which is really good. So he's gonna put this on his board somewhere. Let's put it in the corner. There you go, so you can see it right there. Alright, and then yellow also played this card. What was this for? Oh, this is the card that he was playing. Yellow also played that card, so he gets to choose, and because he doesn't have the resources to build, he's going to get 2 resources of 1 type. So it says take 2 resources of the good of your choice, and everyone else gets 1 of it. Alright, so I think the 2 he's going to take is sand. He's going to take sand so that he can produce... Well, he doesn't want to give everyone else sand, does he? Yeah, you know what he does, because then everyone's... Actually, no, he doesn't. I think he's going to get clay. Yeah, he's going to take clay. He's going to take 2 clay. 1, 2. And everyone else is going to gain 1 clay. So I'm going to gain a clay. And green's going to gain a clay. So that's going to turn into a brick. Alright, and then he gets to discard this card. Actually, wait. This one actually goes into his slot here because he matched up. And finally, he gets to play the last card. Whoops. Which is the carpenter. So did anyone else play the carpenter? I don't think I did. Oh, I did have the carpenter. Alright, so I matched up with the carpenter. And so did green. So we all played the carpenter. Perfect. So whether you match 1, you match 3, you match 4, doesn't really matter. You still only pick 1 of the 2 actions. So he's yellow's gonna go first because they played the card. So remove a forest and get 1 of the 2 benefits. I think he's gonna get rid of this forest up here. All right, it's gonna get rid of that. And what does he want? Does he want a wood or does he want to build a building? Right now he only has clay. So you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna actually build this nursery. So he's going to use this card, get rid of it here, and he's going to build the tree nursery for 2 clay. So he gained 2 clay before, now he's going to use the 2 clay to build this. He's going to build this in his tableau. That'll cost him 2 clay. Done. So he's going to try to gain a lot of those grove cards because he can convert them into food and wood. Alright. Now I get to do the exact same thing. We go in turn order all the time. So I get to remove a forest. I think I'll remove this one over here, whichever. And now what do I want to do? Do I want a wood or do I want to build a building? Now looking at my board, I do have a lot of clay and brick at this point. So I can put this one if I wanted, but this is an end game scoring one. I might want to do this near the end of the game. I could also do this one. This one will let me remove like almost every single forest on my board for wood. But is that good right now? I don't really need the wood right now. Also, you notice that whenever somebody takes a building, it doesn't get refilled right away. So it is a first come first serve thing up there. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna take the potash manufacturer. All right, why not? Let's take that. So I'm gonna use this card. I already removed the forest. I'm gonna use it to build a building. So this one's gonna cost me 1 brick, 1 clay, 1 wood. So 1 wood, 1 brick, 1 clay. All right, and I get to put this on my board. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's just put it in the corner. All right, there you go. Okay, so that was my go, and lastly, it's going to be Green. He's going to play the exact same card. He's going to get rid of this. Now, unfortunately, he can't actually build anything for sure, so he's going to get the wood. Let me just double check that. He doesn't have the glass, doesn't have the sand, he doesn't have the clay. Yeah, he can't build anything, so he's definitely going to take the wood. Done. Alright, so there you go. So we all played our second card, and now we all have to play our third card. By the way, I was supposed to match up here. Sorry about that. So in total, you should always play 3 cards and at most match twice. Now, if at the end of the round you still have cards left over, well, too bad, they just get discarded. So by matching twice, I'm already gaining the most of my cards because I am doing like an extra 2 actions. Okay, so everyone's gonna pick their last card, sort of put it down. Oops, I did also forget to put Green's Carpenter over here. So actually, yellow gets to pick from 2 cards, and there you go. Alright, so again, start with me. I'm gonna flip over. Alright, and I got the Cultivator. Does anyone have the Cultivator? Near the end of the round, it's easy because most people don't even have cards in their hand. So yellow doesn't have it, so that means I get to do both actions. Alright, so I get to build one of the features and build a building. I don't even know if I wanted to build a building. Maybe I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, I get to build a feature. I think I'm gonna double down on the pits. I'm just gonna get a ton of these pits and get a ton of clay and a ton of sand. So I'm gonna get another one of these, and let's just put them over here. Now, there's a special rule in this game. These special features, you can remove them as much as you want. It's a free action, all right? But placing them, you need to play a card. Now, I can build a building if I wanted. Is there anything I can build with 1 brick and clay? Actually, maybe there is. I could actually build this. This one will actually get me 2 clay for every empty space adjacent to this building. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna switch it up. But instead of building the sand here, what I'm gonna do is actually build the sand here. And then I'm gonna actually remove this sand. Maybe it's a stupid move, maybe not. Actually, is it a stupid move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is a stupid move because I'll be at maximum anyway. So I'm actually gonna leave it there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the second ability to build. Alright, and I'm gonna build this clay depot. Alright, which costs me 1 clay and 1 brick. So 1 brick, 1 clay. But then when I place it, it gives me 2 clay for every adjacent empty space next to this building. So if I play it right over here, right, it's gonna give me 4 clay. So I'm gonna be good for clay for a while. So now I just need to generate a ton more charcoal and food. I need also food up here, and my sand pits can generate meat. So I'm gonna probably focus on food for the next few turns. Alright, but there you go. Pretty much done. And I can do the charcoal with this. Like I can do it right now just so I can get 4 charcoal for this. But I'll wait. Alright, so that was my turn. Now Green's gonna go. So again, he's gonna play a card. Again, nobody has this card because only yellow has cards left in their hand, and this was not one of them. Just to show you which one it was. So he gets to do both actions. So he gets to put a grove, get a wood. So get a wood, put a grove. Where does he want to put it? I think he's gonna put it right over here. Then he either gets a wood or a food for every grove. So I think he's gonna definitely get a food. So that's gonna be 3 food. 1, 2, 3. Alright, there you go. So he's done. He's going to discard this card. Alright, then yellow's going to go next. Mr. Random, what does he do? He played the exact same card. But you see, because they both played their cards face down, they can both get both abilities because you weren't holding it in your hand. Alright, so they get to do both abilities. So again, get a wood, build a grove, and then get either food or wood for every grove. They're gonna pick food, and they're gonna gain 3 food, just like green. All right, and there you go. So yellow gets to discard their last card. It was useless, but we pretty much played all our cards, and that was 1 full round. The game's gonna last 4 rounds. All right, for a round reset, you only do a couple of things. You're gonna pass the first player marker to the next player. All right, you can pretty much discard all your cards that you've played. You're gonna end up redrawing them all. Let's do the same thing for yellow. And then you just refill the board display. All right, you don't remove any of the tiles. So I'm gonna put that there. And there you go. All right, so let's come back for the next round. All right, start a second round just to save time. I already picked everyone's card. Yellow's completely going random. Green took some specific cards, and I went with these cards. Also, you're gonna notice in the game, if you look at other people's boards, you sort of know which 2 to take for those extra cards, because you see some of the players playing very specific way. For example, I'm building a lot of sand pits, so everyone knows I'm playing the pit worker. So almost everyone's gonna have this card in their hand. So I'm only gonna be playing one of the 2 actions. Sort of the gist of the strategy going on. All right, but I'm not first player anymore. It is green, so we all have to play 1 card face down anyway to start. So which one do I want to do? I think I want to gain some food. Actually, no, I want to gain sand right away, because what I want to do is definitely go for that tile. So I just need sand to get some glass so I can build that tile. Probably is my next action. So sand, well, I guess I'm playing my sand pit. Alright, it's going to give me a ton of sand. Unless I play my cultivator to put another sand pit and then play my sand, but I think that's being a little too aggressive or chancy, because I really want that card. So I'm going to play my sand pit worker face down. I'm going to go pick for the other players. Let's say green played this, and let's say yellow played, I should pick something for yellow. Yellow played this. Alright, there you go. Alright, so we all played our cards face down. Green is first player. He gets to reveal first. He played the supplier. So did we play a supplier? We did play a supplier, which kind of sucks because we wanted to play this card to build our building. We do have another chance to build our building, but that kind of, so you see, like, there's a whole in and out thing going out where you can't really plan too much because you wanted to use that card, but somebody else can play it and then kind of screw over your plans. So let's see if yellow played the supplier as well, and he did play the supplier. So we all played the supplier. Well, the good thing about playing the supplier though is at least I get to play it on my side of the board here, and so does yellow. Let's just slide in. Alright, but green's gonna go first. They're gonna take either 2 resources or build something. I think the one they're gonna build, they're gonna use it to build. Alright, so let's discard that card. And they're gonna build the Grove Court. Actually, wait. He didn't have the... Sorry about that. He's gonna build the next turn. He actually wants 2 sand, so he can get his 2... He's gonna play 2 sand. Maybe that was stupid of him, but anyway, it doesn't matter. He's gonna take 2 sand so that he can build it next turn. So he's gonna take 2 sand. And that's gonna give 1 sand to every player. So I'm gonna get a sand. Hey, look at that, I got a glass. And so does yellow. Alright, so yellow gets to do his carpenter. Now I actually have a glass. Oh, now I can actually build it. So I got lucky that he gave me sand. Well, that's just luck. Alright, so yellow's gonna go. What does he want to do with his carpenter? I think he doesn't have enough for does he have enough for anything here? He doesn't have brick. he could get this one, so he can get rid of a water for 2 wood, but wood is easy to come by, so he doesn't really want that. Does he have enough here? No, not even close. Oh boy. So he's just gonna take 2 resources, and I think what he wants to get is 2 of the sand again. Why not? So he can get another glass. 1, 2. And that gives everyone a sand. I get another sand, and green gets a sand. Done. Then I get to play my, sorry, put the wrong card. That was my, the card I wanted to play. Supplier goes here. Alright, so I'm actually going to build a building. Alright, and the one I want to build is the joinery here. So I'm going to take this tile. It's going to cost me 1 glass. Oops, let me show you. 1 glass and 3 clay. 1, 2, 3, and 1 glass. Alright. And what this allows me to do is I can get rid of a forest and a wood, and it gives me 4 food, which is pretty darn good. Right. And just to show you, I'll activate it now. So I'm going to get rid of this forest here and get rid of 1 wood. Alright. And that's going to give me 4 food. So where should I take the food? I might as well take it from... Actually, I'm going to take it from... I'm going to take it from this track first. I can do it again. I can do it 3 more times during the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there you go. Alright, so that was all of green's action. Now let's go to yellow. Yellow played the charcoal burner. So did anyone play the charcoal burner? Sorry, not this card. Look at my hand. I didn't play the charcoal burner. And neither did green. So he gets to do both actions. So this one is lose a wood and gain... He's going to gain 6 charcoal. He's going to lose a wood. Gain 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Boom. Just like that, he's at already 3 glass and 1 brick, so he'll definitely be able to build something in the next few turns. Alright, so there you go. That was yellow. Then I'm going to go play my card. I'm going to play the pit worker. And obviously, I think everyone picked the pit worker because it was obvious that I would play it. So there's yellow's pit worker. And there's green's pit worker. Alright, so sort of the strategy in the game. If you know somebody's going to play a card, might as well keep it in your hand so that you can get a free action. So I get to pick which one do I want to do. Oh boy, I originally wanted to play this for sand, but now I don't want to play it for clay because I have a way to generate a lot of clay now. Actually, I don't have a way to generate a lot of clay, although, you know, my sand pits can generate a lot of clay. So you know what, let me get the sand anyway, because sand is hard to come by, and then I can start deleting some of these sand pits going forward. So I'm going to generate 1 sand per sand pit, so I'm going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is pretty good. That was the action at the bottom. Then I get to discard. Just put it there. Let's do the same thing for the other players. Green's going to take the clay actually, so he's going to take 2 clay. Actually no, he generates a lot of clay here. So he's actually going to take the 2 sand. He's going to activate this now, his ability. So he actually can't because he doesn't have water. We'll get back to that later. Then yellow, what does yellow need? Yellow's going to take the 2 clay so they can generate some brick. 1, 2. Boom. Done. Alright, so there you go. That was the first card played. Now we're all going to pick our second card. So which card should I play as my second? I just realized that this card is kind of useless, so I definitely don't want to play it because I want to use my forest ability here and not these cards' ability. So I'm probably not going to play this card. Even if somebody plays it, I'll just pass with it. So which card do I want to play? I mean, this would have been nice to play as my first card because this gives me charcoal and I really need charcoal. So you know what? Let me play it now. I should have played it as my first card. I would have, you know, got an extra 2 charcoal, but I'll play it now. This is my card. Let's see. What do the other players want to play? I think... green really wanted to build that building, so he'll play this card to do that. And yellow has only 2 cards to choose from, and I think he's gonna play this one. Alright, this one. Alright, so we're good to go. So green shows first, and he's got the carpenter. So do I have the carpenter? No, I do not. Does yellow have the carpenter? He does not. And there you go. So he gets to do both actions. pretty good. So he gets to get rid of a forest. Let me just get rid of this one over here. Actually, no, he wants to get rid of this one over here. So that's gonna give him 1 wood. So give him 1 wood, and it lets him build a building, and he definitely wants this one. So this one's gonna cost him 2 glass and 2 wood. 2 wood, 2 glass. He's gonna put this down, and this one allows him to put groves next to open areas. So where he's gonna put it, he's actually gonna put 3. He's gonna put it there. So he's gonna 3 groves. 1, 2, 3. And his strategy is kind of obvious. He's going for this, this end game scoring, which gives him a point for every continuous grove on his board. So he's gonna try to put a ton of groves and try to score a ton of points with that card. So he's done with this. Discard it. All right, so yellow's gonna reveals his card. He's got the cultivator. Do we have the cultivator? We do have the cultivator. So I'm gonna put it here. Did green have the cultivator? He did not have the cultivator. So it's gonna be just me and yellow to go. So yellow, I think, is gonna build a building with this one. Yeah, he's gonna build a building. Does he know which one he wants to build? He's got a ton of brick and he's got a ton of everything. All right, so he can pretty much build anything on the board. Does he go for game end points right now? I don't think it's useful right now. This one would be pretty good, but for green, so we can add some more groves. I think what he's gonna do, he's gonna build. Actually, wait, I didn't realize he can look at his own buildings, and I think he's gonna build this one because it's gonna give him 7 water, and he has no water. So this is gonna be a good way to generate a ton of water. So he's gonna build this, get rid of a clay, and get rid of 3 wood. Actually, he doesn't have 3 wood. Never mind. My bad. So maybe he's going to try to get wood in the future. So he can't build any of his buildings because he doesn't have the requirements. So he's definitely going to build that building up there. So he's going to use up... he doesn't have even the wood to build this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So I guess he'll take the reed hut so that he can get the wood using the reed hut. Sure. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, he'll take this. It only costs him 1 clay. He's going to put it on his board. Alright, and there you go. Actually, wait, let me take that back for 1 second. I just forgot about something. He does have the ability. See, playing with so many people is kind of hard. So he does have an ability to remove a grove to get 2 wood and a food. Alright, so his original plan would work. He's going to build this. So he's going to use his ability, get rid of a grove. He's going to get rid of this grove. He's going to gain 2 wood and a food for that. 1, 2, and a food. Alright. And then he's going to build this for 3 wood and a clay. 1, 2, 3. He's going to play this, and he's going to get 7 water. Boom. There you go. Alright. Fair enough. Then I'm going to go with the matching card. I'm going to build as well. What do I want to build? Alright, I'm just going to make this simple. I just need a lot of wood because I generate a ton of sand because of my sand pits. I'm going to just pay 1 sand for this. So I'll pay 1 sand. Put this on my board. I guess I'll put it here. And this just generates me 4 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? Just to generate some glass now, I'm going to use this ability. So 1 wood and 1 forest. Alright, generates me 4 food. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to rotate it. Alright, there you go. Alright, so I have to play my last card next. I'm going to play my fuel collector. So here I get to use a water. Alright, and I get to get I get 1 charcoal for each card in my hand. Unfortunately, I only have 1 card in my hand. So should I even play this card? I can use 1 water for 2 wood. You know what? Let me just use the ability anyway, just so I can get a brick, and maybe the brick will help me in the future. So I'm going to gain the 1 here, and it's going to rotate once. So I have 1 glass and 1 brick that I can use. And then, oh yeah, to check if anyone else played this card. Actually, if nobody else played this card, I also get the wood. and no, and no. All right, cool. So I do get the wood as well. So that's not so bad. I use 1 water for 2 things. All right, so I discard this, and now green has 2 cards left. I only have 1, so I'm gonna play my last card. Yellow only has 1, so they're gonna play the last card. And green's gonna play this card. Alright, so they're gonna play first because they're first player. They're gonna flip over. It's obviously the forest manager because they have a ton of groves on their board. They get to do both because nobody else has cards in their hand. So they get to put another grove and get a wood. So much groves. Alright, so they get to generate a food for each grove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get 7 food. Boom, that's huge. Alright, get to discard this. Alright, then we're gonna go to yellow, who obviously is not gonna match with, oh, the same exact card, but you see, because they were both face down, they both get the ability. So he's gonna get a grove and a wood. Wood and a grove. And then he gets either a food or a wood per grove. He only has 3 groves left. I think he's gonna get the food. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. There you go. That's discarded. And then finally, I get to play. I have the slash and burn farmer, which I don't think I'm gonna do the action because I'd rather do the. Although I get both benefits. Yeah, you know what? I will do it because I do get both benefits, and I don't have to use the wood because I don't use the wood. So I'm gonna do this. I get both benefits, so I get rid of my force. So I'm slashing all the force in my area. So I get rid of force and I get 2 charcoal and 2 food. So I guess I'll get the 2 food here. And I'll get the 2 charcoal on this track as well, so I can generate some glass. Alright, there you go. Boom, just like that, we finished the second round. So let me fill up the buildings up here. Alright, and pass the first player marker over. We'll take back all our cards. I'll pick the cards. I'll be back for next round. Alright, start of round 3. I picked the cards for the other players already. I think I'm going to go in the round with these 5 cards and we'll see how things go. So let's all pick our cards face down. Yellow picked this one, green played this one. And what do I want to do? I think I want to get water right away so I can start getting some glass. Also, water helps me because then I'll be able to get some charcoal, which will allow me to get some bricks. So let me get, really need some water right away. So I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this card and hopefully nobody plays it so I can get 4 water and a bunch of everything else. So I'm gonna play this face down. So start of round 3, yellow's first player, flips over his card, woodcutter. Do I have a woodcutter? I do not have a woodcutter. And neither does green. So he's gonna get the ability on both. So he's gonna lose a force to gain 4. So he's gonna get rid of this. He's gonna get 4 wood. Which is pretty good. Let's discard this. Then it's going to go to my turn. I'm going to reveal the water carrier. Did anyone else have a water carrier? Let's double check yellow. No, they do not. So I'm going to gain both benefits. So I get to use a food. Let's use this one here. And we have 4 water. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 wood. And 1 sand. Right, and then this gets to rotate twice. Now I'm in danger. I got nothing left here. So, but before we go on to the next player, I'm going to show you the sort of production buildings again. So remember, you can use these at any time during your turn. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this one here, which is use a wood and a water, and it gives me 4 charcoal. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't even rotate again, right? Once you hit the maximum, it won't rotate again unless I use this glass. I could actually do it again and raise this one so I can get bricks, and I think I will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a water and a wood, use a water and a wood, and I'm going to raise this one by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this is going to rotate by 2. Boom, and just like that I'm at maximum glass and maximum brick. I could also do this for food now. I would raise the food here, but it would be my last chance that I have to do that. But I'm running low on wood. Maybe I don't want to do that right away. Alright, so there it goes. That was my turn. Now green's gonna go. It's gonna reveal. He's got the slash and burn farmer. Do I have that guy? Of course I don't, because I have nothing to slash and burn. Let's see, does yellow have it? He does not. So that was a good round for everyone. We all got to do our abilities multiple times. So he's gonna get rid of one of his force. He's gonna get 2 charcoal. 1, 2, and 2 food. 1, 2. So he just got a glass for that. So he's gonna discard this. Alright, there you go. That was the first card, and you sort of get the gist of the game. So let me pick my second card. Alright, now that I have a ton of everything, I think I definitely want to build. So I'm going to go with my double build here, and maybe I'll build a couple of things. What do I want to build though? Because if I need wood for my build, maybe I'm going to get the wood first. I do want to build this eventually, because this is amazing. Because I generate a ton of sand, this actually changes the point value for my sand at the end of the game. Instead of being half a point each, it's going to be 1 point each, which is huge. This one allows me to put some water things out on the board, so I would generate 2 more water spaces, which would be good. I'd generate more water, because I'm running low on water. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Actually, I should have picked up the pond manager, because then I could have played this, built that, and then played my pond manager and got a ton of water. But you know what, I'm not that smart. Okay. Or I played a feudal lord. No, you know what, let me just build twice and I'll decide what I want to build later, because I got so many resources I just want to get rid of them. Alright, so let me do this, play this one. Now the other players, what do they want to build? I think green. Where's green? I think green's gonna do this. Yeah, green's gonna do this, and what's yellow gonna do? I think yellow's gonna do this. Yeah, yellow's gonna do this. Alright, there you go. So we're all gonna, sorry, yellow reveals first because they're first player, and it's another carpenter. So do I have a carpenter? Of course I don't, because I only got one of those. And green doesn't have a carpenter either, so he gets to do both actions again. So I think he's gonna remove the one over here. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, for him. He's gonna get 1 wood, and now he gets to build a building. Alright, so which one does he want? He has pretty much a ton of everything, so he can take whatever he likes. Because he generates a ton of wood, this is not bad, a point per every wood, so that's almost like 7 points at the end of the game. And you know what? Yeah, I think he's interested in that one. So he's gonna pay 2 brick. He doesn't have the clay though. He is missing clay. So without clay, actually, he's gonna build this one that I wanted to build. So he's gonna steal this from me. So he's gonna pay 2 wood, 1 glass, and 1 brick. He's gonna play this on his board. Alright, and then he's gonna generate 2 groves next to it. And then he's gonna use his ability of his processor to use up a grove to get 2 wood and a food. Because it doesn't really need all those groves, but that was pretty good. Alright, next. We're gonna go to me. I'm gonna play the builder. Does anyone else have the builder? Yes, green has the builder. So he's gonna slot it in here. So essentially we're just gonna end up paying a food to build a building, which kinda sucks. Alright, so we're gonna pay a food. I'm gonna pay it off this track here, I guess. Alright, and I get to build first. Actually, wait, does yellow have a builder? Yellow had it 1 and 2. Okay. So we're all gonna have to pay a food. Let's pay a food. Let's pay a food. There you go. Now we're all gonna have to build a building. Sorry, instead of the builder, let me backtrack 1 second. I'm actually gonna play the pit lord because I actually need the clay. I don't know why I didn't think of that straight. Almost everything needs clay to be built, so why would I build first, I would actually play this. So I'm gonna do this, reveal it. Alright, the other players obviously have that card in their hand. Why wouldn't they? They know I'm gonna play it every single round. So yellow has the Pit Lord, and green has the Pit Lord here. Alright, so I'm gonna go first. I generate a clay per sand pit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I generate 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discard the card. Green's gonna go next. He's gonna do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, he only generates 2. He's getting 1, 2, and that'll give him 1 more brick. That's fine. And then we're gonna go to yellow, who's actually gonna get sand instead. So they're gonna get 2 sand. 1, 2, which will give them a glass. All right, there you go. So I'm done. Green's gonna reveal his card, and he's gonna reveal the pond builder. So I'm gonna go look at my hand. Do I got the pond builder? I do not have the pond builder. Maybe I should have taken the pond builder. And neither does yellow. So he's gonna get both actions. So he's going to get to put a pond out. Put a pond. Then he gets either a water or a sand per pond. So he's got 3 ponds. He's gonna get 3 water. That gives him a glass. Okay, he's gonna discard this. And there you go. That was our second card. Now let's pick our third card. So yellow's gonna pick. I think yellow's gonna pick. Yellow's gonna pick this card. I'm gonna pick. I got 3 to choose from because I didn't pick anyone's actions. Which kind of blows. I need a ton of water, but I do want to build as well. I take a chance that somebody else is gonna do a build action, or if not, I won't be able to build this round. I don't think I need this card at all. Force Manager. Don't really need it. I was just hoping somebody else would play it. Feudal Lord again, hoping somebody else would play it. I guess I'll play this. Oh, by the way, I gotta give myself and everyone else their food back that they used to pay for that card, but I'm gonna play this card. And green's gonna play this card. Boom. Actually, green's gonna play this card. There. Alright, so we all play face down. Yellow's gonna reveal first, and it's the clay worker. Nobody has a clay worker, so he's gonna use 1 water to get 4 clay, which is gigantic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got another brick. Then I'm gonna go. Obviously the builder. Everyone has the builder. 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 Well, we already knew that from before. We're all gonna use our food. I think it was this one that I used. Everyone's gonna use a food. Alright. And we're all gonna build. So we all get 1 build. So what do I want to build? Okay, the building I think I'm gonna build is my own water tower. Okay, so that one's gonna cost me 3 brick, which is a lot, and 1 clay. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 clay. But it's gonna allow me to build a water next to each adjacent space. So what I'm gonna do, free space. So what I'm gonna do is put it here, but I'm gonna get rid of my grove here, which is gonna allow me to put 3 waters all around. Alright. There you go. So now I got a ton of water, ton of clay. Pits here, but I have no groves, which is fine by me. Before I continue, should I use my abilities? Yeah, I think I will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one here, so I don't have to think about it anymore, because I got no more force. That's going to be that and a wood. Alright, and that's going to give me 4 food. So I think I'm going to gain it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which will rotate this twice. Boom. And I can't do this one yet, because I don't have the water, but I'll definitely have water next turn. There you go. That was my build. Now we're gonna do the builds for all the other players. I think definitely green's gonna go get his continuous grove 1, so this is gonna cost him 2 glass and a wood. 1, 2, and a wood. I'm gonna put this on his board. Boom, just like that. And then we're gonna go to yellow. And where does yellow want to build? I think what he wants to build, so so he has a ton of glass. He just wants to build something with glass. I think that would be probably a good idea. But nothing here takes up a lot of glass. So, alright, so what he's gonna build, he's actually gonna build this. Alright, because he's pretty much has it already, he just has to build one more grove there. So he's gonna pay 3 wood to put this on his board. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna put it up here in the corner. Boom. And there you go, we all built. Now green gets the last action for the round. He has the supplier. So which 2 resources does he want? I think he's gonna go for charcoal. He's gonna get 2 charcoal, which will give him a glass. Alright, so we all get 1 charcoal, so I'll get this one here. Rotates. And so will yellow. Alright, and he's the only one that got this, so he gets to build as well. So what does he want to build? Just quick. He only has 1 spot open on his board to build. He can get rid of some water if he wants, or some sand pits. He has a lot of brick, so if he wants to build something with brick, this would be pretty good. But he doesn't have a lot of clay, so turning clay into sand is maybe not the best thing. He doesn't have clay for this. He doesn't have clay for this. He does have a lot of food, so you know what? I think he's gonna do this one here. So it's gonna cost him 3 wood, 1 clay, his last clay, and 1 brick. He's gonna put this on his board. He's gonna use it now. It's basically gonna give him 2 sand, and it's gonna give him another glass. Alright, and there's the end of the round. Now, special rule. So wait, let me fill up for the display here. Okay, now special rule for a 3-player game, the first player marker goes to the person with the least amount of buildings on their tableau. So I have a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yellow only has 4, and green has 4. So what ends up happening is it would skip me, and then you keep going in turn order till, because they both have 4, so this would go to green. So green would be first player the following round. All right, so let me clean up, and I'll be back for the last round. All right, last round of the game. Green is first. We all put our cards face down. You sort of know how the game plays now. He's gonna lift it over, and it's a forest manager. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I took these cards into the round, and I don't have a forest manager. Let's check yellow. And he does not have a forest manager either, so he gets to do both abilities. So what he's gonna do is he's actually gonna tear down one of his sand. No, he's gonna get rid of his. Ooh, what does he do? He needs water and sand. So you know what? He's gonna get rid of his water. All right, to put another grove. That'll give him an extra wood. Then he's either gonna get 8. He gets 8 of a combination of these 2. So pretty much do what he wants. I think because there's a point for wood and he's definitely gonna get that, he's just gonna get a ton of wood. Boom, just like that, and he's done. Alright, yellow's gonna go, he's gonna reveal his card. Is the supplier. Did we have a supplier? I think we did. Yeah, there you go. There's our supplier. And so did green. Alright, so yellow goes first. Do they want resources or build a building? Let's see, which one are they going for? I think they're going to go for this one here. And they need 2 clay really desperately to do this. And they'll have enough to get this. Alright, so they're going to get 2 clay for this card. And everyone else is going to get 1 clay. Get a clay. Get a clay. Alright, then we all get to do the exact same thing. Yeah. I think that changes a bit what I wanted to do. Well, I wanted to build a couple of things. So let's see. Let's see. What I wanted to build for sure was maybe get the clay one here. But this is a wood and a brick. Yeah, let me build that. I could also build this because it's going to be a ton, but I don't have enough clay for that. Let's see, am I going to generate enough wood? No, I don't generate wood, so I'm not going to be able to do this that many times. So maybe just once. So I'm not going to do this one, I'll do this one. So it's going to be one. No, then I won't even be able to do it once. Ah, sure, why not? I'm going to do it once here. Ah! I do want this one too. I'm in a no-win situation. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 2 wood. So everyone else is going to get 1 wood. Done. Pretty easy. Done. So now we've got a green who's going to do the same thing. I think he cares about... What did he want to build? He has full wood, so can he build this right away? And he cannot because he doesn't have the clay. And he didn't bring the pit worker, so he's definitely going to get 2 clay. And that'll give everyone else another clay. And we're done. Alright, actually we're not done. Did I pick my card? I wanted to play this card. Yeah. So I was going to play the pond builder. Sorry, I forgot to pick my card. So I flip it over to the pond builder. Green has the pond builder. No, he does not have the pond builder. Alright, so both me and green get to do pond builder, so I get to pick one of the 2. I'm going to pick the bottom here, so I get a water per pond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 5 water. Although I could take 5 sand instead, because now if I'm technically wanting to build this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be at maximum, so this is going to be a 7-point chit for me. But I can do this with my pit worker as well. So I have a pit worker that can do me sand. So you know what? Let me get the water. So I'm going to do 5 water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that's fine. And then green's going to go. And he's going to get the water as well. No, he's going to take the sand. He doesn't need the water. 1, 2. And he only has 2 anyway, so that's fine. Alright, so there you go. That was our first card. Everyone's going to pick their second card. Green's going to pick this one. Yellow's going to pick this one because he really needs that stuff. Alright, and I am going to pick... I forgot that I picked the one with clay, so I didn't actually need to use it for clay. Anyway, I'm going to use... Sure, let me generate my clay now. Alright, so I'm going to play this. So we're all going to reveal. Green revealed the carpenter. Yellow says, I got the carpenter right here. Boom. And then I do not have a carpenter. So, it's going to go first. It's going to destroy this. What is he going to build? I think he's going to build a building. And which is the one that he wanted? He wanted the one with the wood, right? Because he has so much wood. So he's going to gain... he's going to use up 2 clay, 2 wood, and 2 brick. Put this on his board. Put it there. He's done with this. Yellow's going to do the same thing. I think yellow cared about the one with water, right? So he's going to spend 4 wood. 4 clay. And 2 bricks. To get this one. Alright. And that was his card. Now yellow's gonna go, he's gonna flip. He's got the slash and burn. Nobody else has slash and burn, so he's gonna get rid of one of these tiles. Let's get rid of this one. So he's gonna give him both because nobody played the card, so 2 food and 2 charcoal. 1, 2. So I give him a brick. Get rid of this. Now finally I get to reveal. I got the clay worker. Does anyone else have the clay worker? No, they don't. See, that was stupid. I should have played the pit. Sorry. Let me play the pit worker. My bad. I should have played that because that was going to be my second card and I only get to play 1 more card. So I'm going to play the pit worker, so that gives me 4 sand. Sorry about that. Obviously everyone else has the... Actually, Only yellow had the pit worker. Green didn't take it. So yellow's gonna take 2 sand as well. Alright. I get to discard mine. And now we get to pay our last card. I'm gonna put the builder. Green has this one. And yellow has this one. Green's first. He's gonna play the cultivator. He's the only one that played it because nobody has cards in their hand except for me, and nobody's gonna play this, so I'll just toss it out now. So he gets to put a feature, so I think he's gonna destroy his sand pit to put a grove. And then he gets to do a build. Alright, so what build does he want to do? Doesn't have much resources anymore, so he got 3. Doesn't have any clay, so you can't build anything with clay. What can you build for points? You can build this one, but he doesn't have clay, so it won't be worth anything for him at the end of the game. Kind of pointless. This is straight up 1. This is 4 points. Oh, he doesn't. He's missing 1 brick for that. 3 clay. Does he have enough for this? But this eats into his points. But it is 2 points. But each wood he spends because he has the points per wood tile. Does he have enough for this? No, because he doesn't have clay. Well, he's just going to take this, even though it's worth 0 points for him. He's just going to take it so that nobody else can build it. Alright, so he's going to spend this and 1 wood. Actually, no. Because that'll lose him a point as well. So I guess he'll just take this to get a glass. So he'll do this. He'll spend 1 wood, and he'll put this in. All right, done. Yellow's gonna go next, and look at that. Played the exact same card, but because they were both face down, they both get the double action. So he's gonna take a grove and place it on his board. He gets to build a building, and this time he wants to build something good. What can he build? He can build. He's got no clay as well, so nobody's got clay. Let's see. Does he have enough for this one? He does have enough for this one, and it's 4 points. Even if he doesn't use the ability, it is 4 points. So he's gonna spend 2 wood and 2 clay for this. Sorry, 2 brick. All right, there you go. Done. And I get to play the last card, and it's a good one. So I get to play a food, and I get to build twice. Play a food. Alright. And I get to build 2 things, and that's going to trigger the end game. Alright, so the one thing I definitely want to build is this increased pointage for sand. So this is going to cost me... Sorry, I haven't been showing you the buildings throughout the game. So it's going to be 3 wood, 2 clay. So 1, 2, 3. 2 clay, 1, 2. And a brick, 1. Alright, so this is gonna go right here. So there are some of them with the different colored tiles on the side, which means they upgrade the base buildings here. So now this one gives me a point for every sand instead of half a point, so that's a 6-point card right there. And then I get to build again. Unfortunately, I don't have much to build with anything. I just have I don't have any clay, so I could do this, but it'll eat into my it'll lead into my points. Let's see, is there anything else I can build? I don't have clay. So if without clay I can technically build this, but it'll give me points for clay again, which is useless. Clay. Let's see, what does this do? This is 2 points, but I don't have wood. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna waste that action because I can't really build anything. Everything needs clay. Could I generate clay here? No. Alright, so there you go. So that's the end of the game. I'll be back for endgame scoring. Alright, so I'll just show you endgame scoring with my board. I won't even bother calculating the other people. So what you do is you just go through your board and you score the money bag symbols on the tiles. You also get to activate as many of the blue buildings as you want to try to generate more points, but honestly I can't activate either of these because it takes wood and I have no more wood, so it wouldn't even benefit me anyway. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so that's 10 for stuff on my board. and then you're going to go down here. So you get 1 point for every glass, so that's going to be 3, so I'm at 13. And then 1 point for every sand, so I'm at 6, so that's going to be 19. All right, and then 1 point for every brick, I have 2, so that's 21. So I got 21 points right here. So that's how you play the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if I made any mistakes. I probably played stupidly for the other players, so they probably have less than 21 points. But anyway, that's how you play Glass Road. Hope you liked it. Like usual, 3 things: like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. That'll be fantastic. See you in the next one.